Hello there. So, yeah,
What the hell is this?
I'm here to show my video essay to all of you about DMC3 Vergil is better than 5's Vergil. Let's start analyzing both fights, shall we?
Hey, Virgil. Your portal opening days are over. Give me the Amato.
If you want it, then you'll have to take it. But you already knew that.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
How many times have we fought?
Hard to say. It's the only memory I have of us since we were kids. Time to finish this, Virgil. Once and for all.
DMC3 has 3 Vergil fights. The title spoils it, huh? In the first fight, Vergil only uses Yamato. The atmosphere and the introduction of Vergil makes this fight so goddamn good. The cool edgy vibes of Vergil and being completely opposite of Dante. At 2005, it was probably godlike. Now, still fucking cool. After game showing us how powerful Dante is at Mission 1, it makes us respect for Vergil for beating him and successfully introduces him as one of the best rival characters in the video games. For difficulty, yeah, this fight is easy after, 45 playthrough. Not gonna lie though, it is. Second fight, Vergil has 3 faces. At first, uses Beowulf, the gauntlet he found it at Mission 12's ending. After that, unlocks his deity, and finally, Maro, Beowulf, and Devil Trigger. Gotta say, this fight is more enjoyable than the first 4 gameplay, and has the perfect example of absolute equality between twins. His expanded moveset makes this fight more tense and makes you more nervous, which results in more punishment when you fail to attack him or dodge him, which I absolutely dig it. I don't know you, but I want to suffer much as possible while fighting Vergil. I want him to make me tremble when I'm closer to him than 10 meters, which is the reason I make this video too. The atmosphere, well, not strong as the first one, but I think it's still cool. Starting with brothers excited to do a rematch, but now Dante gained his Devil Trigger. Third fight. Man, where to begin? I adore this boss fight. I absolutely love this. This is what I live for! Anyways, the desperation of twins to stop each other, final attention hitting over the roof, and you have to stop Vergil at all costs. You have trained all game just to defeat Vergil at its peak, and I think this, for gameplay design, is goddamn genius. Like using Nero for 12 mission in DMC4, and after you get to play Dante. Like the game uses Nero to train you, and in DMC3, game uses 19 missions to train you for Vergil. Gotta say, it's impressive. You have to read every move of Vergil, predict if he will attack, stop, or deflect you. He gives little to no breathing space when you attack him, unlike his two previous fights. If he deflects you and you fail to dodge his attack, then you're in a lot of trouble. Now, let's talk about his arsenal. Vergil lost Beowulf at mission 13. Now he uses Force Edge, which is Sparta's blade that isn't unleashed its full power yet. Just like second fight, Vergil again has 3 phases. The first 2 phases are simple. Vergil uses Force Edge, Yamato, and Devil Trigger. Devil Trigger's durability and armor is stronger, but he uses less in this first phase, obviously. If you fail to attack Devil Trigger Vergil and fail to dodge him, he will punish you goddamn hard. Devil Trigger attacks can kill you in 2 hits or 3 hits in Dante Must Die. Now think about that. In second phase, Vergil becomes desperate to kill you. He uses Judgment Card and he starts to teleport on your head and use Helmbreaker on you frequently. He enters Devil Trigger much more frequently and rapidly does Judgment Cards. I love this. I love the fact twins are fighting with everything they got in their hands. Probably people take this fight as their least or average fight of 3 boss fights, but I think this fight is a superior one to the previous ones. Hard Vergil equals good Vergil. No pun intended. Devil May Cry 5. Devil May Cry 5. Devil May Cry 5 is a masterpiece and all that, but its bosses kind of gives your mouth a sour taste, especially the Vergil boss fight. After third game's Vergil boss fights, DMC5 has a pretty tough opponent to beat. DMC3 Vergil boss fights. In difficulty, Vergil is much more easier than the third game. His literal half reason is harder than a full Vergil. Yeah, it's probably for the beginners for the series and tries to not struggle the player too much. But this fight is too easy, man. In this fight, Vergil has 3 phases and only able to use Yamato, which I think kind of bullshit. I mean, he literally separated himself and reverted once again. They could have made a new weapon for him by shadows or just use Beowulf for Force Edge again. But in the end, I'm stuck with Yamato. Can't complete with the originals. At first phase, Vergil can be staggered easily due to him not being in Devil Trigger. Like I said, his whole arsenal is Yamato. In his second phase, he unlocks a Sin Devil Trigger, which takes his place for Devil Trigger due to Capcom not wanting to make him a Devil Trigger. He stays in this form till he does a dive bomb, or I don't know, he may be staying in this form forever. He's a lot harder to stagger this time, which you don't have a chance to do much. Most players do spam Trickster or Royal Guard in this phase to not get hurt and die, obviously. In his third phase, Vergil unlocks Doppelganger, which is a second Vergil without less health. I don't know, I didn't really get the point of Doppelganger at the start anyways. Atmosphere, well, kinda bland. Dante comes in, offers to fight, Vergil accepts, and they fight. Pretty simple. But the soundtrack of the fight is pretty good actually, the duel. Go listen to it, I mean it. Fighting place, the place that takes fighting. It's pretty bland, man. It's like the DMC reboot. A wasteland looking place. Kind of bland. I mean, it's top of the Clifford at the end, you can do anything. So, let's get to the conclusion. I think Devil May Cry 5 Vergil is still a great boss. I mean, in hack and slash genre, pretty much Devil May Cry and Bayonetta is the last troughs of the genre. But DMC5 Vergil is not like his predecessor, which is pretty tough to beat. I mean, they pull out two good games after DMC3, not counting reboot, and they can't beat it still today. Anyways, this is the end of the video essay. I hope you all good night and bye.